Well, by the way, tomorrow is your first day at college, and there's going to be a break in physical department, and there's no way that you can it's your first day. There's no way that I can take all this. She's nothing like the children's parents.
Good evening, my DG.
To ensure that the suspended resident electoral commissioner in the state, Mr. Hudu Yunusa Ari, is prosecuted and jailed. The government made this declaration after receiving
Good evening, my district governor. Good evening, fellow Rotarians, and welcome to another edition of DG Speaks. While we are waiting for others to join us, I can see that some Rotarians have joined us very bright and early. Welcome, Rotarian Adibi Kehinde. Welcome, Rotarian Ajayi. Welcome, Rotarian Abimbola Duniajayi. Welcome, Rotarian Akinsanya Omolara. Welcome, my very good friend CP Thomas Tisibo. Welcome, Rotarian Femi Olaleye. A very big welcome to Rotarian Femi Oluyede. Welcome, Rotarian Obani. Welcome, Rotarian Oladepupo Olufemi. I welcome you, Rotarian Oluwole Ogunjobi. And my own Rotarian Molara Motosho of my club, Rotarian Patricia Nwarachi of my club. Alsi Ikeja Alausa, you're very welcome. The DS is here, also of my own club, Rotarian Oluwole Ogunjobi, you're very much welcome. My colleague, who served as president, same year as my humble self, PP Sylvia Abdallah, you're very welcome. Rotarian Faith Ikems, you're very welcome. Rotarian Hope Nwagbo, you're welcome. Rotarian Lukemi Alake Bakare, you're also very welcome. Rotarian Adekunle Ogunlade, my very good friend, you're welcome. I've not seen you for a while. Fellow Rotarians, if you are the one using 501-690-3784, I would advise that you quickly change to your name. Otherwise, we are going to take you out of the call because we want to identify everybody and acknowledge their presence. We don't want any body that we don't know to join our meeting. So if you are using, there's a number 501-690-3784. If you are the one, please kindly just name your phone so that we can identify you properly. Thank you very much. We'll soon start. I'd also like to specially greet Rotarian Tunde Sholanke and Rotarian Victor Musa. You're very welcome. Rotarian Hope Nwagbo, you're very, very welcome. Fellow Rotarians, we'll give ourselves another 3 minutes, and then we'll start. Because I know we have a lot of items to discuss and want to make it just a 1-hour meeting so that we'll all rest and get ready for tomorrow's event, because we have another big event tomorrow, our partnership with LCCI. I'd like to also welcome Rotarian Taiwo Badaru and Rotarian Williams Olushola. Thank you so much for joining us.
The government had been negative actors of this code, but he expects that night was.
Hello?
Hello, good evening,
Elizabeth. Yeah, good evening. I'm using two lines. You shouldn't unmute the other one.
Oh, okay. Let's check it out.
So he has unmuted me now. Yeah.
Okay, good evening, DG, and good evening, fellow Rotarians. And as you would recall, we had to shift this engagement from early in the month because the turnout was very, very low. But I believe that with the suggestion made by a few Rotarians that we should hold it in the evening, maybe the turnout is higher. But I believe that the turnout would be higher than this. But the turnout has actually been okay now. I know other people will join us as we start because we have so much to discuss. So on that note, I'd like to yield the floor for the DG to call the meeting to order, and then we can start.
Okay, thank you very much, District Public Image Chair, and good evening, fellow Rotarians. You are welcome to this edition of Governor Speaks, the April edition. So, but before we proceed, let's call this meeting to order by reciting the Rotary Grace together. After the count of 2. 1, 2. O Lord, and giver of all good, we praise thee for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve thee all our days. Yes. Thank you very much. Can go ahead, please.
Yes, as I said earlier, good evening. I've already welcomed those who joined us bright and early. I've welcomed those who joined us bright and early. And maybe I should take it again because you were not here at the time, or maybe
I didn't know that you had done that. So we can just go.
No, I've done that, but I can quickly. There's nothing wrong in thanking people again and again. It's always very good. I'd like to thank first on this call. I can see our DS, my good friend Rotarian AG Azuarinze. He also joined very, very early. I'd like to thank Rotarian Adebi Kainde, Rotarian Adekunle Joel Ogunlade. You're very, very welcome. Rotarian Adesoji Shitu, we welcome you this evening. Rotarian Adisa Olawale. Our PDG is here. He just joined us. PDG Adewale Ogunbadejo, you are very much welcome, sir. Rotarian Adisa Olawale, you are very, very welcome. Rotarian Ajayi of RC Okpebi, you're welcome. Rotarian Akinjeje Olabode, you're welcome. Rotarian Akison Omolara, you're very, very much welcome. Rotarian Babatunde Aremu, welcome. Rotarian Bankole Isaac, you're welcome. Rotarian Bayo Erinle, AG Bukola Bakare, our chairman of DISCON, you're very, very welcome. CP Thomas Isibo, welcome. Rotarian Deola, Rotarian Tunde Sholanke, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Femi Olale of RC Okpebi, I think you're very welcome. Rotarian Femi Oluyide, you're welcome. Rotarian Fumi of Rotary Club of Ogba, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Hope Mwagbo, you're welcome. Rotarian Obani, you're welcome. Rotarian Guyemi Adetutu, thank you so much for coming. Rotarian Ajayi Abimbola, you're very welcome. Rotarian Oladipupo Olufemi, you're welcome. Rotarian Omolara Omotosho of my club, you're very welcome. Rotarian Patricia Nwarichi of my club, Rotary Club Ikeja Side, you're very welcome. RC Ikeja Alausto, you're welcome. Rotarian Oba of RC Shagamu, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Lukemi Alake Bakari, I think, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Olushola Akinromade, you're very welcome. Rotarian Said Rashid, my good friend, you're welcome. Rotarian Samuel Akiwande, you're very much welcome. PA to the DG, Rotarian Shumoyi Olaleko, you're very much welcome. DP Sylvia Abdallah, welcome, man. Rotarian Taiwo Badaro, Rotarian Tayo Ogunjobi, Rotarian Tokumbo Ogunjobi, Rotarian Williams Olushola, Rotarian Faith Ikems. You're all very much welcome to this month's edition of DG Speaks. On this note, I'd like to yield the floor to our DG. She's called the meeting to order for those who didn't join us early. And now we can start our discussion. Like the format is simple. The DG will lay out a few things, few concerns, but it's an open floor. We want to hear from you as you're also hearing from the DG. So it is an interactive session. So if you have any questions, any observations, anything that's happened in your club you want the DG to know, this is a platform for you to express it, and then you get direct answer from our district governor. Thank you very much, the DG. The floor is yours, man.
Thank you very much once again. And I want to thank all Rotarians that are online. The number is growing, and I'm happy about that. So it appears as if your suggestion, which we took, is actually yielding positive reaction. So I want to thank you. We are here to listen to you. And that was exactly what we did. We decided to postpone this meeting and fix it for evening, just like you suggested. So I want to thank you. And let me start on note of appreciation, as usual, to all Rotarians, everyone, because the truth is, if anything had happened, if we had done anything at all, if you are impressed about the outcome of anything that we have done, we didn't do it alone. We did it together. And we were able to get results because you are there for us. You are there with us. We have been doing it together. And you have been supporting both with your time, supporting with your talent, supporting with your treasure, supporting with your prayers, and supporting with calls of appreciation and congratulations, which I will appreciate very much. And with all those, we're able to be forging ahead. I want to recognize our leaders in the house, PDG Adewale Ogunbadejo. And everyone, you can also tune in at this time when you are busy when I led Rotary Center today, working tirelessly on the upcoming medical mission. I want to acknowledge the presence of my district secretary, Rotary Nazu Arinze, the essay to the governor, Rotary Valentine Shomoye, the assistant governors.
Thank you, Mike.
Online, all the past assistant governors online, my dear presidents, the magnetic presidents, the committee chairmen that are here. Some of these committees, or many, they have delivered their goals. They have done well. I want to thank you very much. Assistant governors are here, many of whom have done so very well. I want to thank you. Zonal coordinators for coordinating. I wish to appreciate you. And all the Rotarians who are also here. If you are not here, this program cannot continue. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Yes, like the anchor person actually said, we had to move it from 6th of April to today. And we just run through our usual key points. And we also listen to you. Let's start with membership update. You know, everything always starts from membership. And membership is the key thing and the most important and the most critical factor in our district as we speak, because of where we have found ourselves. A district about to give birth to two. But the birth of the two will still have to be based on few things. And I want to tell you that we are almost there. I am happy to announce that as we speak, the membership of our district is 4934. We are only 66 Rotarians from the 5,000 that we're even looking at. The 5,000 we want to be by 1st of July. But I am pretty sure that we shall make over that 5,000, because I know that there are clubs that are inducted in the last few days. Some 6, some 4, and some are also about to induct. So the number we're going to breast the tape successfully. But what I even want is for us to be able to prove that we can progress with that 5,000. And we have clearly done that. And ARA is happy about the progress we have made so far in terms of membership gain. Even in Zone 22, District 9110 is leading in terms of membership gain. So I want to thank Rotary clubs that have they've been with us throughout this journey, and they've been following the trend, and they know how critical it is to do what? To bring in new members and to retain the ones that they have. After all, the slogan for membership this Rotary year is retain all and add more. When I check the membership profile of clubs in that district, I saw that almost all clubs, 35%, are trying to gain at least a member. And I want to thank you for that. And we shall continue to still work on the new members. One, I appeal to all the clubs that have added members, that you should put them on Rotary website. Register these members. Let them add the RI numbers. You are not losing anything by doing that. RI cannot even charge you for anything now until 1st of July. So delisting any member now is not in the interest of your club, it's not in the interest of the district. It's not going to add anything, it's going to even remove from what we have. Because we want to put in our papers for final approval by the end of this month, by next week, we shall do that. We want to provide our records and give an update to Rotary International on the progress in terms of membership. You will even realize that we are a little bit slow in forming new clubs. It is part of the strategic plan of the district that we're not going to form more than 11 clubs. We have computed everything because we should not have more than 20% of our clubs below 2 years and below. So by forming new clubs at random means that we're having more than 20% of our clubs that will be less 3 years and below. So we are so strategic in that and ensure that we are pacing it down so that we don't bring in more than we can chew and we don't dilute what we have now. So when we have got our approval, we can do whatever we like. If at the end of the day we have got our approval, even by 4th week in May, because our proposal that we want to put in at the end of this month will still be sent to RI board on membership. Once we got our approval, we can decide to even form 30 new clubs. But before then, we have to personally down a bit. So thank you very much for that. The second thing we're talking about now is Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Foundation Fund Development Specialist, Elizabeth Ngaga, came to Nigeria in April. Before our arrival, we already sensitized Rotarians that she will be coming down to Nigeria. And she came all the way, not for any other thing, but to come and appreciate District 9110 and all the Rotarians for the show of the spectacular show of contribution this Rotary year. Your donations, both to Polio Plus, Anna Programs Fund, Endowment Fund like Benefactor, Ash Club Society members. This is the first year we're having 2 in quick succession in a Rotary year. So that shows how Rotary values its members, and the Rotary Foundation, how they value recognition of donors. If someone could leave our base to come to Nigeria just to say thank you, you can imagine the kind of organization we have found ourselves. So she had the opportunity of 3 clubs because she was only here for 3 days. I think 3 nights and 4 days of 4 nights and 5 days. So within that period, there were a lot of activities. So she couldn't visit more than 3 clubs. So she was in Maryland, Bagada, and Lagos. And we now had a forum at the Rotary Center, which was organized, and we invited all Rotarians, especially donors, who had made a sacrifice of contributing to Rotary Foundation this Rotary year, so that she could address them and thank them in person. She brought some letters to share to some people, and she was so appreciative of all our donors. So on her behalf, once again, I want to appreciate you, because that was the message that she passed across to me, to you, through me. So thank you, Rotarians, for supporting our district and for making us to be the lead district in Zone 22 also in Rotary Foundation Guinea. But it is not over yet. I know Rotarians are still donating, either to Polio Plus, either to Anna Programs Fund. Some are still contributing to ERI. Some are still doing their PHF. Some clubs have done a fundraising ceremony for Rotary Foundation. I want to appeal to them that the money that you raised is not supposed to stay in the pocket of your club. Probably you do not know. When you're raising funds for polio for Rotary Foundation, all what we're going to spend to host your guest, you should fundraise the money. But whatever your guests have donated to Rotary Foundation does not belong to the club. It belongs to Rotary Foundation. In fact, at that particular forum, when they want to donate, you should give them the account details of Rotary Foundation directly and let them make the contribution. And then you will now send that details to us for us to update and to send to Rotary Foundation. But to tell them to give them the account of your club to pay to, it is not the right thing to do. I know many clubs do not know. So I will not say it's deliberate. I will just assume that you don't know. Once you're having any fundraiser for foundation, you give your invited guest the foundation account. Any money you're going to use to hold the foundation, you must raise funds for it, not to take the money for the donation of members. That is that. So if we still have those who have outstanding, those members who have pledged during your fundraising, if you don't follow up, that's what I've discovered. In following up with Rotarians on this Rotary Foundation, I've been able to get more funds in, because some have even forgotten where they are. Some will tell you, oh, if I realize that I am here, I will have done this. Okay, I'm going to do this now. So even in your club, if you want them to donate for foundation, you continue to say it every time, every day, every minute. And don't be a president that, oh, you are not contributing, but you're not telling your members, please contribute. Honestly, they won't even answer you. But if you are done and you say, oh, look, I've just done this, it doesn't mean that what I've done is what you should do. You can even do more. But you have the courage to say that if you yourself, you have donated something. So I want to plead with you that it is not over until it is over. And if you want any money, because look, everybody is still trying to catch up. All districts are not sleeping. Everyone is still looking at ways to also see how they will also catch up with District 910 that is running ahead. And we too must continue to even increase our own pace. Therefore, any funds that you have to put in, we want you to get into Rotary Foundation account latest by 5th of June, or even 31st of May, because we have got a mail from RI that anything that does not come in by 10th of June, they won't be able to, because they'll be rushed. People will be struggling and rushing to also donate. Like I told you, the rush is, oh, I must beat it. I must do it this year. So when the rush is on like that, to reconcile takes a lot of time. So if you cannot reconcile your own contribution to enter this Rotary year, it's going to be split over. So I want to appeal to you that all the donors, all those who have promised, all those who have pledged, that you make your promise, make it real. And that is when we say that, oh, we have pledged creditably. And I know Rotarians are credible people. And for those who actually have donated for Polio Plus Society, but you have not got your pins, you have sent a mail out, please come forward so you can get your pin. Once you know you have donated, but you have not got your pins, reach out to past President Demola Olutosin, the Rotary Polio Plus chair, so that you can get your own pin. So thank you very much. Let me now talk about the district grant. Yes, the district grant was approved, I think about 10 days ago. Now, I don't shy away from saying sorry if there is any reason for me to feel sorry. I can agree with you that the grant came in late, but not because the district governor didn't do what she should do, no. But I must still ask for apology on behalf of whoever didn't do what should be done at exactly the time when it should be done. You know, everything is human. And when there are human errors in some cases, the result is what we have seen. If the pressure I had to mount the last 1 month, the pressure was so high and terrible. And that was what made the grant to now come in at the time it came in. Because there were some reports that were supposed to have been submitted, not even from my district alone. The ones from my district were submitted, but from another place that had to link with us. You know, when you're doing global grants, it doesn't involve only your district alone. The other districts too that are involved. And that is why when we are having your grant seminar, and we talk about stewardship. Stewardship means reporting the grants that you have collected. And the reports are supposed to come in at certain periods. And foundation will always prompt you as at the time when you have to submit the report. Of course, they'll be waiting for you. The time when you have to apply for grants, that's when they will now tell you, we're sorry, we cannot release this to you because this and this and this are still outstanding. So, and that was exactly what happened. Once we now got the final statement of account that will have been submitted by a club from another district, but it was now done maybe about 10 days ago. And Trust Rotary Foundation, the day the report got there, a mail just came and got the mail that the grant has been approved. And that the money should reach us at the district between 5 to 8 working days. So I believe that by Friday, the money should get to the district account. And 52 clubs actually are eligible to receive the grants, and 5 Rotary clubs. This is the first time the Rotary district will be assessing district grants, because that started from this Rotary year. That is when, because of the elevated Rotary status. So Rotary now has opportunity of applying for district grants, which they must, and global grants, so, although they must do it in partnership with a Rotary club. So it started this Rotary year, and thank God that they were able to make it, and they will be given district grants to do a community project. However, a mail has been sent to clubs that are going to receive the grants. In most cases, many of these clubs ask for monies that ordinarily could have even go for global grants. So we're waiting to you to check the project you intended to do before, and to see how you can rewrite that project to now accommodate your own counterpart funding and the amount the district will give to you, which has been written in that letter. And the deadline to submit, at least 25th of April, to submit a new one, your project account that shows that you have put in the counterpart fund, and then if you are changing your project to suit the new cost of the project, to submit another form for that project. And all of them must come in by 25th of April. And a deadline was also given in that letter when you should collect the fund, because we want this report, this project report, to get to the district latest 10th of June, if I've not missed it. The report of your project must get back to the district, because we have to report back to Rotary Foundation. So 2 things. If you know you cannot meet up with any of the conditions given, you can tell us that, oh, sorry, we don't have money that we can put down as counterpart funding, or, oh, we're sorry, or the project we want to do, we cannot meet up doing it or finishing by June 10. But you can, like I said, you can always change what you want to do. So you can do a project that you can submit the report by the deadline given, that you don't lose the grants. It's a free fund for you. That's, I don't want any club that's that has been given or allocated to miss. So that's about the district grants, please. So I've shared the list of the clubs to the president platform. So if you have not received any letter, and I think we read it out the day we didn't conclude the meeting, the names of the clubs were read out. If you are still not seen, you got your own letter, please call UDRAC tomorrow. Make the effort. I have to go to the district and collect that letter so that you can fall in line appropriately. Thank you. Now, 3, World Greatest Meal Dinner. Well, it's still part of Rotary Foundation. The World Greatest Meal could have been on the 27th of April, which should have been Thursday ordinarily, but we have moved it to Sunday because of the medical mission that we start next week Sunday, that we take the governor and some other local leaders out of Lagos for the whole of 8 days. We shall be returning back on that Saturday 29th. So we have now shifted the World Greatest Meal Dinner to 30th, Sunday, 30th of April at the Lagos Sheraton Hotel, 5:30 p.m. The chairman, I don't think is online, is a past president, Dele Onalaja, AKS. So, and they have the way they have set out to do this. They have the skip a meal and come and do this. Well, they have the full details, which I think they've been communicating to us on the Children's platform. And I'm sure some people have been waiting or invited a part of the dinner. It's a dinner of it's a buffet dinner anyway. So try to be part of it. It's also a way of raising funds still for polio. What Greatest Meal is about polio, Polio Plus, and of course, Polio Plus 2 is part of Rotary Foundation. And please, donating to TRF without reporting. We know many of you have donated, but you did not pass through us to report. You are waiting for Rotary Foundation to get back to you. Yes, but you know, there's a lot of pressure on Rotary Foundation. And I think I said it before, that the reporting is not as fast from their own end. Even checking the district profile, I discovered that what we have from our own table, because we get direct reports from clubs, they send their proof of payment to us, is less than what is being reported on Rotary's platform, on Rotary website. So it means that many of these ones that you have transferred have not been captured. So please, if you have donated any amount to the Rotary Foundation this Rotary year, and you did not report to the district, please take the pace of getting across to Ellen with the proof of payment to still report it. Even some clubs, when you go to Rotary Club Central now, to check the column for annual programs fund and Polio Plus fund, while I have the record of their payments, those payments have not reflected on Rotary Club Central. That clearly shows that the report is not that is not updated as quickly as it should be. So please send your proof of payment to us, Ellie in particular, for us to report and fill the appropriate form for your donations. Thank you. Number 5 is still on Rotary Foundation. They just concluded Peace Activators Training, fully funded by Rotary Foundation, though hosted by the state 9110, but participants were shortlisted directly by Rotary International for the program. This was only used as a district where we can help them to organize it as the host. So, and I put poor response for this 9110. But I am not happy at all. And as still we do, I'm not happy that this district had only 2 participants, when our district actually was the host district. And we gave our best to ensure that that training was 100% fantastic, outstanding training, seamless, beautiful, and fully funded by Rotary Foundation. Because when we sent out the mail, initially we got very few responses, maybe about 40 something. We had to write to them to ask whether we could extend the deadline so that more people could apply. By the time we wrote out, even it was put on social media, Elizabeth put it there. By the time we found out 1 week, about 460 people now applied. And they shortlisted eventually 46 people. It is for West Africa Central and West Africa cohort. It's a regional training. 5 regions had already had their own. Our own was the 6th regional training for Central and West Africa. Then there are 2 others before the global training will be concluded. And then we're checking the list. 9141, probably about 6. 9142, about. But district 9110, I really too. I was now wondering, why are we caught napping? Unfortunately, we were not part of the selection. It was done directly by Rotary Foundation. So in future, please, when we send things like this out, I want to appeal that we take it with all seriousness that it deserves. Because I would have been happier that with all the effort we put into it as a team from our end, if we had got more than only 2 people trained. Thank you. Now, C, the district governor's official visit. The visit, my visit was told at a point in time, because really, yes, let's assume that many clauses were not just forthcoming, and I understand with them. Number 1, many of them have not paid dues, and instead of even coming forward to let us know, that's why the governor is there. I mean, when you have issues as a club, why wouldn't you come and talk to the governor? Instead of just waiting, we have not been able to pay district dues, so the governor should not come. You would not have known what you could do to assist you, to support you. And that is one of the reasons why many clubs have not still been visited. That's why the fact that we have 141 clubs. Agreed, more clubs, yet, yes. And many more activities that are on our table. There were about 2 occasions where almost a whole week we had already fixed mere club visits, but all of them started declining one after the other. Some of the opinion that the DG will not come without any project to be commissioned. That is a myth. See my face, even if it's dark. Can you see me? Hello? Oh, internet is off. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, ma, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Go
can
ahead.
hear
I
you.
cannot see my face. Abi, can you see my face?
We can hear you.
Okay, let me go
Can I see
ahead.
your face?
It may not, because it is dark here, the light just went off. Unless I put on the switch of the generator for me now. So that's
Go
what
ahead,
let me, is that what?
You can go ahead, man.
Okay, yeah. So now
you were talking about these visits.
Yes, I've given 2 reasons. One, that class 1 not ready. Second, a lot of programs are in there, and those who thought that, oh, without project commissioning, they can't give DG visit. Please, that is not correct. Governor's visit, yes, they want to see you do project if you're able to do it, but it's more of a diagnostic affair. It's more of a support affair. It's more of coming to see the state of your club, and as quickly as possible, how we can help you to sort out issues that will make your club to progress, your club to do well, your club to work around the areas of weaknesses and difficulties, and also support you in the areas of strength. That is what it's about. Not really about project commissioning. So now we have clubs, so we are trying to resume the visit now. So that's where we are now. And if there are still clubs that have not been visited, please come forward. Let's see how we can work with you. Many, we have grouped them together to come to the Rotary Center. And I've said, please, don't think about the food you're going to give us. Don't think about the gift that you want to give the district governor. Think about what the governor is coming to do to assist your club. So you can come to the Rotary Center and we can take you in groups. Look, there may not be much that the club may benefit. So it's not too late to still put some things in place. It will only assist you to take off as a stronger club by the beginning of next Rotary year. And that's what it's about. And that's where I want us to see it. So the visits will resume very shortly. If there are any issues, please come and see us. Issue of workbook, if you have issues on how to put it together, come and see us at the district. My team is there to work with you. Now, AMPA, Rotary AMPA Medical Mission. We have made so much noise about this that it's only God that has made us to lose control, because when we saw the crowd, they were almost uncontrollable. The people coming actually gave us the mandate that they are ready to take care of as many people as possible that have issues. Yes, it's true. But by the time they also saw what was going on, honestly, they couldn't believe. This is Lagos. And Lagos is a place with a lot of people, big population. The flyer we sent out went so viral and got to all parts of the world. And I mean it, all parts of the world. People who have persons, relatives, friends in different parts of the world. They got in touch with their people in Nigeria and they heard about this mission. And they were sending their relatives. Our target is 5,000 people. But those that came on board, they were about 20,000. But there are 8 centers. At Rotary Center on the 5th of April, they called me that people have besieged the Rotary Center and even the gate had fallen. They have forced the gate open. The whole compound, the hall, everywhere was flooded with people. We won't blame them. It just shows the number and the multitude of people that needs medical help in society. So it got to a stage that even Rotary International sent a mail to me and they put the flyer in it because the public image of Rotary International read some negative post on the mission on social media. I know RI will not just keep quiet. So they will send a mail to ask or to find out what happened and to request that we look into it. Even RI even said it, that they're very sure that people who have not been able to, we couldn't accommodate They will be the one that have written it. However, we should look at how we're going to address the issue. So, and we have since responded because the public image team of our own district too, headed by the anchor person now, like Effiong. So my secretary went into action and they put up what we can call I don't know what you call it. Maybe, is it a memo? I don't know what you can call it. A release, which has since been circulated, and we already reported back to Rotary International with the applicant, and they've also responded again to the mail I sent, that they are okay with what they have read, or the mail that I have sent to them. So that's about the medical mission. So they're going to start arriving on the 22nd, and the mission will start on the 23rd. We're going to use 2 centers, ACE Medicare Clinics, which is the facility of our district governor nominee, Oluwole Kukoyi, and Ota General Hospital. But the major mission will happen at ACE Medicare Clinics. It's a gigantic facility that can take care of this. I'm sure that if anyone gets there during next week, you'll be amazed at what you'll be seeing. It's the largest mission ever. The people coming, the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, have only done this mission with governments, but never with an organization like ours. So they chose to partner with Rotary because of the faith that they have in us, that we are credible and be able to drive this kind of mission successfully. And I believe that, and I want to thank all volunteers, Rotarians who have volunteered and have started working since we started meeting. I want to give it to them. Rotarians at the different centers who made their facilities available for use. Honestly, I want to thank you most sincerely. PDG, Wale Ogunbadejo, Oloyede, Dr. Adelakun, Molara Akinsanya, I can't remember all the all those clinics that you saw there. They belong to our Rotarian doctors, and they work tirelessly to attend to the multitude of people who are going there. Series of telephone calls day and night, unending. We're going on, and even up till now. So, and we are still running up with our meetings, trying to sort out those that we have with the surgeries, those that they're going to that we seek for, that we need to seek for consultation with the doctors. Maybe about 3,000 people who just wish to see doctor and get prescriptions or ideas or intervention, medical intervention. They are going to be there throughout the whole of next week. So thank you, dear volunteers, for what you have done, what you are doing. I know this will be very, very tedious for all of you, all of us. We are going to work tirelessly. I'm very sure of that, tirelessly. But you will not be weary, because that is what we signed up to do. Being volunteers, we are now living up to being volunteers. Thank you so much. And my IMP Kudirat, Ola Okola, PhD Chineduebo, I can't thank you enough. District Governor Mini Wale Kukoyi, the local chairman of our district, of our mission, PDG Deshoga, is the chairman of the mission as the host of the mission. Thank you so much. And all our other doctors, PhD Musala Factory, I thank you very much for being there for us. So that is about medical mission. I also want to thank Rotary Club of Lagos Pangrove Estate, and also all the clubs that have supported financially. 1 million naira from Victoria Island East, 500,000 from Monigongo, 370,000 from Ewututu, 250,000 from Lekki Phase 1, 250,000 from Ikeja New Lagos. I didn't know I was going to say I will have brought the list, but the list goes on and on. Some have been 150,000, 200,000, different clubs. We shall appreciate accordingly. But there'll be a brochure that we're going to produce for this mission, and all donors be acknowledged. Is a brochure to be kept for life, that this mission. So thank you very much, everybody. Support for Turkey. Yes, we are done with the support. We have, on your behalf, we're able to raise 10,000 US dollars, including 2,000 US dollars from DUEF, District Educational Welfare and Endowment Fund, DUEF. You know, every time when we come to your club for this visit, and we ask for the minimum of 75,000, and we also source for donations also from individuals. This is one of the things we use the money for, not only for scholarships. The scholarship process is going on now for the next stage, that even the scholarship, it was done today, you know. So it's your money that is working, either money as individuals or money from the clubs. Even money from the clubs has been contributed by the individuals in the clubs. So I want to thank you. So when we come and ask for support towards DUEF, disaster relief is one of something that we use the money for. So that is about it. So thank you. And for my own DDF, District Designated Fund, we also supported with 15,000 US dollars. So in all, from our district, 25,000 US dollars was given to Turkey, the district in Turkey, for relief. And they have, the Arab President Jennifer Jones was in Turkey last week, and that this was mentioned specifically as one district that supported to such a large magnitude. So I want to thank you very much. Awards and recognitions, but there's not much I want to say than to tell you that all clubs are to submit their club reports according to the deadline and in adherence to the guidelines provided. There is nothing about, I mean, the committee will sit down to do their work. No interference, even from district governor. What they present, at the end of the day, I will look at it critically and ask questions. Even if I feel I'm not convinced, or I think I have my doubts, I will still have to look at it. Though I believe that the committee in place will do very beautiful work to ensure that they bring out the best and the best. And the way you sit, or the way before the mirror, is the way you're going to appear. You understand now? So, and you'll be so transparent in doing their job. Of course, recognitions will be done sporadically. We're not going to do almighty recognitions at the district conference. We don't want to bore people with so much recognitions. So we're going to be taking them in batches, starting from maybe the next, even from the world greatest meal. We're going to do specific ones that have to do with polio. Then the evening with district governor, we'll do some. We're going to invite some to come to the district specifically. It's going to be a day of awards, appreciation, and recognitions. So all those ones will be read out and will be informed accordingly. Then the best Rotarian for the year, they're going to pick 3 best Rotarians for the year. And they're going to be presented at the district conference. And the committee will, I think they've already asked you, I don't know, to send your own best Rotarian. The guidelines for you to choose your best Rotarian have been sent over 6 months ago. Go back and get that guideline and use it to score your best Rotarian, because they are still coming to the district for the district qualification before we will now pick the best 3 Rotarians for the year. G, Women in Rotary Business Fair and Conference. I need to expatiate a bit on this and disabuse the mind of our Rotarians who believe that it's a woman affair. Please, yes. Let me first of all say that in 2021, Women in Rotary was formally inaugurated internationally. So it's not just that some groups they just wanted to create themselves and form Women in Rotary just to make some noise, or is it just unfounded? or is unnecessary. Why not men in Rotary? We have had so many of such reactions, but it's far from it. Yes, we had men in Rotary in our district before the former inauguration 2 years ago by Rotary International. And therefore, and at that time, I remember the part that women played, the Rotary Center that you are looking at, that place was painted by women. Women were the painters. That was when past district governor Kamoru Omotosho was the district governor, 2012-2013. And P.A.G. Susan late, may her soul rest in peace, as the first lady, coordinated the women in Rotary effectively and ensured that the whole district was painted. We didn't employ painters. And the contribution, how the paints, how they were got, all of them were done by the women. But it was done for the center, which is for both men and women. So that is what I want to clarify. Young men in Rotary, whatever plan and programs we are having, is for the benefit of everyone, both the male and female Rotarians and non-Rotarians. And we want to use this conference again to attract more women from outside who can also partner with us and do spectacular things. Last week, the district governor held a program together with Inner Wheel District 911 and 912, joint program. First time in this 9110. Because why? We found that we should come together. Inner Wheel have only female members, but already we have both male and female. And the program we held was at a home where we have both boys and girls. So it's not about something that is just feminine and feminine and feminine and only for women. No. This fair is for everybody. This conference is for everybody. And many Rotarians male have registered. Many non-Rotarians male have registered. The chairman of the conference is a man. Past President Greg goes, we didn't use a woman. If it's a woman affair, then we would have said, okay, yes, we don't want, in that committee, we have about 5 men. And therefore, and there's also a business fair attached to it. The dates 18th to 19th May at the law school. The law school has a very beautiful hall for the conference and the dinner, the post-conference dinner, which is on the 19th. And the fair is for 2 days. And the 2 days, 18th and 19th. And any Rotarian, any non-Rotarian who has good businesses, because we are trying to bring in people, big people to come to this fair. And you can connect and improve and make better business connections. So please, let us register. The extra fee is there, is on the flyer. All details that you need to know is on the flyer that has been sent out and that has continued to be circulated. And so I look forward to seeing many Rotarians being part of this first Women in Rotary conference. And the theme, the transformational woman, diversity, equity, and inclusion for socio-economic change. It has said it all. So it's not only a woman affair, it's for all of us, these Rotarians. Let's be part of it. Thank you. Then let me talk about RI dues. RI dues, because that is a burning issue now. RI has sent the list of clubs that have outstanding RI dues. Yes, RI will give a long notice before final termination. I do not pray that I lose any club to termination. I don't ever wish that I have any club being terminated. And that's why I said, please, if you have issues, call and say the district governor. And let us be watchful. Let's read our mails. Let's read all messages that are passed on to you. There's nothing that we ever forget to put on president platform. In fact, now when we send out mails, we always copy secretaries. Or even if presidents, if they have not read the mails, secretary will read out mails at meetings, will read. Check your mails regularly. Read the platform that are so important. Treasurer's platform, Imaginative President platform. For General Rotarians platform, there are a lot of things that are always there. You may lose important things. But the specific ones I've mentioned, take time to check morning and evening for any latest news. And the RI rate, as we speak, is 461. So check what RI sent to you in dollars. Multiply by 461 naira. If you have 10 naira left, either does not even, we don't relate with human beings. Everything is automatic. It's been programmed. If you have 10 naira short of your dues, if you pay 10 naira less, I'm telling you, when that deadline comes for payment and the day for termination comes, you will be terminated. Even with 1 naira. So get the value in dollars, multiply by 461 and pay the actual amount. Yes. The next one, before I get to interactive session, okay, let's listen to conference and Melbourne. I know Melbourne too is a burning issue as we speak. District conference, well, the chairman is there. She spoke with us a while ago. She will give us brief update, and the Melbourne brief update, and then we'll listen to you, please. And so let's start with the district conference. PAG Bukola Bakare, please unmute her. Let's give you about 2 minutes to discuss with us on what is on ground now. The key thing that we need to know. PAG Bukola Bakare, she's online. Unmute her, please. She's still muted, please. Okay. Probably you can unmute PAG Lanre Adedoyin while we wait for Bukola Bakare, please. Unmute PAG Lanre Adedoyin to address us on Melbourne Convention, please. Please unmute PAG Lanre Adedoyin. Elizabeth.
I've sent the PAG a message. He should unmute. I've allowed him to unmute from his end.
Please, PAG Adedoyin, unmute yourself, please.
Yes.
I've done to my DG.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, my DG and fellow Rotarians.
Good evening, my DGND.
Good evening, my DG.
Oh, yes, DGND. Yes.
Fellow Rotarians, I believe you can hear me.
Yes, we can. Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear? Okay, fine.
Yes,
we can hear you.
Melbourne 2000. Yes. On Melbourne 2023. So far, some Rotarians have been able to get their visas. But it is not a meeting we want it to be. And this is owing to the fact that it is only in different locations. They are doing it from different locations. Pretoria in South Africa, UK, and Kenya. So applications may go to different directions. Even if a couple files an application, the wife's home may be in Pretoria, while the husband's home may go to London. So we have had issues in that regard, and we have been working in collaboration with the regional RI coordinator for the International Convention, PAD, and PDG, Undukwe Chuku. And so far, the report that we have been getting is that efforts are being made to make sure that they fast track the process. It is an automated system. Once you hit your application, the system generates a response to you that your application is with the Immigration Service of the Australia High Commission, so you should wait. It is not something that you would expect them to be giving you feedback all the time, except there is need for it. Of course, we are aware that certain Rotarians have been refused visas, while majority have been given. Majority, meaning that majority of those within a period. We started this early enough in December. Majority of those who have visas got theirs in December. January witnessed an upsurge, but between February and now, we have had some visas granted. As such, yesterday, visas were granted to some applicants, while in the same vein, some applications were rejected. We have also had situations whereby some Rotarians will have to give feedbacks in some instances. For example, if your application was incomplete or they have to make a clarification, they will ask you to give them a response within a limited space of time. If you are able to do that, they continue further processing of your application. But if you did not, if they give you 7 days and you walk outside that window, automatically you are shut out of the visa processing system. So, and we have advised fellow Rotarians to periodically review their mails, including the spam box, to see, because we have had situations again in which people had visas but never knew they had been issued visas because they didn't go to check their mails. And some Rotarians may give their mail address as ABC, whereas the one they used was CDE. So before they advance their minds to such circumstances, the window would have closed. So principally, we are appealing to our members to remain calm, to be patient, and to continue to show understanding. It is something that Rotary International Coordinator in this region is working on in conjunction with the district governors of the 4 districts in Nigeria and the RI committee chairs. We hope that before the end of this month, judging from the appeals that have been made within the last 2 to 3 weeks, they would fast track the process, because they are also aware that this Melbourne condition is time bound. We have 27th to 31st of May to do the convention. So, and we do not want a situation whereby by the time the visas come out, it will be so close to the convention that it will make nonsense of our preparations or our activities. So I want to appeal to applicants to still be patient, such that the work that we are doing underground will yield dividends, and as many people as possible will go for the international convention as been planned.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
AG.
Is AG Bukola Bakari here? The chair of DISCON. You can unmute yourself and speak. The DG has given you the floor.
Thank you very much. My Rotarian district governor, good evening.
Good evening.
And of course, the district leaders in our midst, fellow Rotarians, I recognize everyone. Our district conference is taking place on May 11th to 14th, 2023. There's been a change of venue, which has been communicated to all Rotarians. The conference is now taking place at June 12 Cultural Center. It's very close to all the hotels, all the official hotels. That is the Conference Hotel, Green Legacy, and of course, Radisson. Right now, we have about 1,810 registrants. Some have registered and they have not paid. Some have paid, they've not registered online. It is imperative for every Rotarian who are going for the conference to register online. That's the only way we'll be able to provide everyone effectively and efficiently their registration materials. So please, if you have not registered online, please go ahead and do so immediately. Currently, the rate is 25,000, and at the end of April, the rate will go up to 30,000. So why not take advantage of the 25,000 right now? I want to appreciate on the DG's behalf, I want to appreciate all our DISCON icons We thank you sincerely for your support. And of course, like Oliver Twist, we're not saying no. If you still want to support the district conference committee, please do so. You can reach out to me. And of course, you can reach out to Yinka Adeosun from Rotary Club of AG Yinka Adeosun from Rotary Club of Ikeja South. We've been talking about, let me start from the welcome party. The welcome party is going to take place on the 11th of May. It's going to start at 7 p.m. That's when we'll have the red carpet, while the party proper will start at 7:30 p.m. and will end at 11 p.m. This is a gated event. What I'm saying is that if you are not registered for DISCON, if you've not paid and registered for DISCON and you have your tag, you cannot come for that party. The welcome party is specifically for those who are paid and registered for DISCON. Day 2, which is on the 12th of May, we have the All Clubs party. This is an unrestricted party. You're free to bring your guests, but of course, we're still going to have our security in place at the gate because we don't just want any Tom, Dick, and Harry to walk in from outside. We have to make sure that they're guests of Rotarians or they're Rotarians for them to be able to have access into the hall. Now, on the welcome party, of course, this is fully taken care of by the DG. Drinks, any drinks you want, all finger foods will be given to Rotarians. But on the All Clubs party, each club is responsible to feed and give alcohol to their guests. What the DG and the committee is responsible for will be soft drinks, water, and small chop for everyone, including your guests as well. On the third day, which is the gala night, it's on Saturday. This is a gated event. It's a ticketed event. And currently, it's costs 25,000. It's going to be a fantastic time spent with the DG, district leaders, and of course, our high-profile guests with Rotarians in attendance. If you want to buy tickets for the event, for the gala night, you can call any member of the committee. Every one of us is selling tickets. Most of them are already advertising on different platforms right now. Basically, that is that from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, AG Bukola Bakari, my chairman. If you want to buy tickets, I'm also available to sell to you. I'm a member of that committee. If you need me,
Now, thank you. There's a big omission.
DG, you still have a few other items to.
Yeah, there's a big omission program for tomorrow.
I wanted to remind you of that. Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. We have been announcing the partnership forum that we're going to have with Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industries tomorrow. You know, we struck partnership with that body at the end of last Rotary year because we are lucky that in Rotary we have those who have led the chamber as presidents. We have I.P. Remi Bello, who was the past president some years ago. We have Rotarian from Lagos, also a past president, a female member. I remember her name now. And currently, yes, go ahead.
Mabugunje, that's her name. Toki Mabugunje.
Yes, Toki Mabugunje, yes. Also a past president of the chamber. And currently we have past district governor, Michael Olawale. CON, AKS. He is the current president. And he felt, just like I felt, I love to design this strategic partnership to strike such with other organizations. That's been one of the things that we have achieved this year. And we now have that kind of partnership, the LCCI. We already had a forum with them before. That was at our own instance. So the virtual one. And the one for tomorrow is an interesting one, which is a return leg, where we are going to the Chamber of Commerce and Industries at Olookpo on the way to the one close to Ikeja tomorrow at 10 a.m. We have publicized this forum a long time ago and sent out Google links for Rotarians to register. As usual, probably about 70 people have registered, but well, even if I had not done so, you can still do so tonight. Well, there's a number that have been planned for, both from LCCI and from Rotary, is 9110. The essence of that partnership is this: is a mutually beneficial one for both parties. Number one thing that we can derive is membership. Rotarians can be members of LCCI. After that partnership was established, I have since registered to become a member, so I can boast to say I'm a member of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industries now. So in the same way, although we have many Rotarians who have been members or who are members as we speak, but more can still be because there are benefits. And when we had that first forum, the benefits were read out to all of us. And they were also sent out to the email of Rotarians so that they could be a member if they desire to be. And the link to join and be a member was also sent to them. So tomorrow now, we are also going there as Rotarians. There's a presentation that's going to be done by a public image chair, past President Michael Effiong, on Rotary, so that we too can get members of the chamber as Rotarians. So it's a two-way thing. And I already sent out a message to Rotarians, as club president, that when you're coming tomorrow, come with a small slip that says something very small about your club, which must include your membership, the day you meet, the date, the time, and something that could attract someone who wants to be a Rotarian. That tomorrow you can share to them, so that you don't know who you can get from that at that forum tomorrow. So it's a two-way thing. Apart from membership game, both ways. For LCCI being a member, a businessman, you have a lot to gain. Let me tell you something. Even the district comments we're having now, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, when we couldn't use June 12, Green Legacy, the 10th we are supposed to use that the marquee. We couldn't use it again on the 11th when we shifted because the lawyers are having a forum there, so we couldn't use it. So we now had to move it to June 12th. Incidentally, June 12th is even a better and a more spacious place. But we had to get a tent there, the same marquee. And what we will have spent to get the marquee there, relationship of LCCI with Rotary is what has made us to get it at a reduced cost. So you can say that as one benefit that we are getting as an organization, Rotary. So we as businessmen, when you join as members, you can also get a lot. So I look forward to seeing many Rotarians there tomorrow, be part of that forum. It's 10 o'clock, 10 to 12. We're going to be very strict with the time, keep the time, get it done exactly the way the program has been designed to be. So thank you for that. Now go on to AOB, please. Reactions, no reactions first. Let's open the floor to
okay,
Rotarians
fellow
now.
Rotarians. Fellow Rotarians, the floor is now open for your observations, comments, questions. but there's a question in the chat room.
Yeah.
That you can quickly take. Rotarian Femi Olale of RC Okwebi wanted to know if there's any plan for the elderly at the Discon dinner.
No. That one is ticketed. I don't. PAG Bukalabaka, I don't let me speak for her. I'm not the organizer. They are the planning committee. But I guess registration is what I've been taking care of for the elderly. I don't know.
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Yeah.
But PAG Bukalaba, are you still here?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Any plan, any special arrangement for the elderly?
No.
Yes, there is a special arrangement all through for the elderly. The first one is on registration. Elderly people are paying 5,000 for registration currently. And of course, in our quest for newly secundus or Kosheleri experience for the elderly also, what we have done is to merge the elderly with icons so that they can come into the lounge, because there is a special lounge for icons. They can come into the lounge and take coffee, water, drinks, and of course, snacks at the lounge. You know, this has never happened before.
No.
And of course, yes, ma'am. At gala night, and I'm sure the DJ has forgotten the conversation she had with me concerning the over 70s. Initially, when we did the promo, they were supposed to pay 10,000 naira, 50%. But unfortunately, the promo is over. The rate the DJ has given the elderly now is 15,000. Of course, it cannot be free, we all know.
Yeah.
Because you won't believe that we have about 4 over 70s who also supported us as Discon icons and platinum icons for that matter. You do remember DG?
Yes, please. I do.
Yes, ma'am. So the only thing we can do right now is to give them the discounts, and that's 15,000 per person. You know, we look at them that these are our fathers and our mothers. What else can we do to make them more comfortable? And the committee came up with that, and DG has approved it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you very much.
Next one.
You can signify by raising your hand. You'll be recognized, giving the floor to speak. But my DG, there's a question on DEEP. Someone wants to know what the update. Rotarian Babatunde Aremu wants to know what is the update on DEEP.
Yes, well, from the chairman of DEEP is not here, but from the last meeting that we had, let me just tell everybody what DEEP means. District empowerment, economic empowerment project. Yes, and that was put together or launched or initiated by IPD Remy Bello last year, where he put some certain number, I think maybe 20 million, I guess, into that account, so that it could be used to give, it could be used as source of loan for not indigent now, people who needs to do business, but they are not able to do it, and they give a rate of 100,000 per person. And they have Rotarians who guarantee them that loan, payable within 6 months, and then they can now reapply for it. And you know, naturally, anything that comes up like this, there's no way you have some default. So we have asked, but not much anyway. We have asked some people who have defaulted, and Rotarians who stood as surety and guarantee, who signed. They forgot that they have signed to say, in the event of default, who will be responsible. You can now see them saying that they are sorry, they cannot now pay again for such people. Though the DOF Board of Trustees, we are working on it. So that once you have put a signature to stand for somebody, as an ethical Rotarian, you cannot withdraw. Once that money cannot be paid by the beneficiary, you, the sponsor, must pay that money. So what we are waiting for is to get back the money that are remaining outside through the Seedvest. That is the organization that has been used to disburse,
to manage the funds,
to manage, yes, to manage that thing. So that is what has happened as we speak. But the committee is working fast so that the next batch could access the grants or the loan.
The
So
loan.
let that help the patient. Very soon, the committee will bring out their release. So look out for it. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other question from any Rotarian? But my DG, when you were speaking about membership, you skipped a point about recognition for sponsors of new members.
Yes.
You didn't say anything about that. So
Yeah,
maybe you can just throw more light. Because that's very important for our goal, our districting goal. Yes.
Yes. We just like it's like a promise made and promise fulfilled. We right from July, we have been sending recognition certificates to sponsors of new members. As long as you have sent the name of the sponsee, that new member, and your own name as the sponsor. So, past president, assistant secretary, Felix Nwagu is the one in charge.
Okay.
And once he gets the names, he knows the person that he gets in contact with to do the certificate, which I always usually send online to the sponsors for them to print, and you can laminate and keep. And this is, we still want all Rotarians who have sponsored members and you have not done this. So please do so that we can recognize you accordingly. Apart from the fact that Rotarians who have sponsored highest number of Rotarians again have other recognition that will also come on, that is a stock for them. So please, let's also update those in charge of this development. Those that are sponsored, let us know them. They continue to give recognition until the last day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Fellow Rotarians and district leaders, any other observations, comments?
AOB.
We're on AOB now. And we've
Can I go to AOB then?
Yes,
Let
go
me go
ahead.
to AOB.
You can go ahead.
Evening of fellowship with DG. I mean, we will have done it. I mean, we were waiting for, the fasting period, both for the Christians and for the Muslims. I mean, they almost coincided, kind of. The Christians ended their own, but the Muslim own still extended, and it's going to end, I think, sometime this weekend, kind of. So we're planning, we'll have had next evening of fellowship with DG on the Friday, 27th or 28th, yes, which we have tagged Easter Jams Salah. But because we shall just be concluding or almost concluding the medical mission in Ota, so we have now moved it to the first Friday in May, which I think is 5th of May. That is Easter Jams Salah. So please keep the date, 5th of May, 4 p.m. And of course, all our new Rotarians that have not been welcomed by the DG as our usual happy hour, they'll be coming an hour before the evening will start. So it's a 2-in-1 program, happy hour with the district governor for new Rotarians, and then that will roll over to the evening of fellowship. And of course, we're going to ask some recognitions that day too. Thank you. Then there's another one too, Imaginative Spouses Day with the district governor's spouse. That is one of the, and that's a program that has been in the heart of the district governor's spouse, the first man. So at least have one good fellowship with the spouses of the president this 40 year. and he has not forgotten it. This is his own do. He's sponsoring it. Is not a district-sponsored event. So, and we are going to have it at Rotary Center. It's a day of activity and fun, starting with aerobics, with games, dancing competitions, series of competitions, talks, menu, breakfast, lunch, you know. So, and we have sent a mail to President, and we attached a Google form to it. You know, it is not something that you can plan without knowing who is coming. Therefore, complete that Google form for your spouse so that they can be part of the day of fun with the governor's spouse. Thank you. Disaster Relief Committee. They, in August or in September, some Rotarians who are very much interested in disaster relief issues were trained. We made it open to all Rotarians who desire to be trained on how to manage disasters of all sorts and at all levels. Be it home disaster to outside disaster. How do you manage situations? Even somebody who just collapsed beside you. It's not a disaster, but it's still part of what you look at. How do you resuscitate somebody who is almost losing his life because he cannot breathe? What can you do? In terms of accidents, how can you support people to bring them back to life? How can you stop bleeding? You know, so the training was done at Rotary Center in partnership with Lagos State Emergency Management Authority. And we have, I think, about 80 people who are trained. And now the district has made it mandatory that we should resuscitate the old team that was a team before that was put together to manage disasters, which I think is now moribund. So under DWEF now, because part of what DWEF does is also to manage disasters, the district will now formally launch Disaster Management Corps of the district, which is going to be on the 3rd of May. So all those members who have been trained will formally be given their uniforms. And even if you have not been trained and you want to be part of the disaster, because we need as many as possible. The day that train a collision with a bus happened very close to the Rotary Center. If we had been the way we should be after that training to have formed the corps, it's a matter of the corps leader. I don't know the name, they have a name. So just give signal to the team that we go there.
Emergency.
Yes. Move to the social place, something has happened. And they move there in their uniform, having Rotary. Before we woke up that day to say we go that second day, and we contacted LASU. LASU said, oh, the time they would have needed us to be on ground was the day that thing happened because they needed help a lot. But they couldn't get people to assist. So how beautiful it could have been if Rotarians were there with our uniform to say that we're part of it. Though some Rotary clubs went to donate blood, like Lagos Island, Lagos Magoo Estate, they were Rotarians. They went to do that on their own. And when they didn't wear Rotary uniform, so they were not associated with Rotary when they went. So that is why we said this squad must not be formally launched. And when it is launched, we're going to zone them. It depends on where anything has happened. That the building that collapsed at Banana Island, if you have formed this squad again, we'll have said this zone, they don't want to be moved to that site. Go there and start work. So if you are still interested, please, the chairman of that squad is past President Abayomi Bike Estate. So see him and register your name and then be ready for the formal inauguration on the 3rd of May. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my DJ. Fellow Rotarians, we're winding down now. We'll soon round off. But there's a question that was on the chat room about members transfer to other clubs. I don't know, the DJ,
Okay.
you can just make a few comments about that.
Yeah. Now, if you check the Rotary Constitution and the Manual of Procedure, it clearly states what should be done if the Rotarian is to transfer his membership to another club. And also mention something like former Rotarian. Former Rotarian means somebody was formerly a Rotarian, but lost his membership. Because once you have lost your membership, you are no longer a Rotarian. You are just ordinary person like a guest. If you have lost your membership for any reason, you are no longer a Rotarian. So that's what they call former Rotarian. So when you're transferring membership, I'm sure the question should be, what should be the procedure? I've not read the question, but what is the actual question, please? What's the real question?
The question is just what members, the person just wrote, members transfer to other clubs.
Okay, so if somebody is to leave a club to go to another club, somebody cannot have two RI numbers. In fact, when you want to add name of somebody who already has an RI number, it's not even RI portal will not allow you to do it. What the normal thing is, when somebody approaches you to be a member, we have seen cases where some didn't even declare that they were Rotarians because they did something bad where they were coming from. So they went to that club by the time the club has accepted without asking questions, thinking that they are actually somebody who has not been in Rotary before. And they are now inducted to put the name on the platform. We discover that
it will not go.
It will not go.
With the same email, yes, it won't go.
Yes. But Rotarians will have a way of, Rotarians, some will have a way around it. We have seen so many cases, people changing name, making surname to be the first name, and adding other names just to get back to another club. Ideally, when somebody is going to transfer to another club, ask that person to go and collect a letter from the club that is coming from. And let me also explain that it's not only payment of dues that makes somebody qualified or good enough to be admitted into a club. The person could have paid the dues and at the same time has committed fraud where he's coming from, assaulted somebody where he's coming from, has even probably disagreed with the board. The board has invited him to come and face with the disciplinary committee. He has refused to do that and just check out, move to another club. So that is why you must get a letter written. Is there in MOP? Written letter from the club where somebody is coming from before you can admit to your own club. Please, as I speak with you, there are about 5 different clubs, different cases of this kind of a thing happening. Some ignorantly, the president did it, they were not aware that they must get a letter. They will just ask, oh, you are okay. They will admit that person. Unless that person is terminated from one club, they cannot be readmitted into another club. So get that letter from them of clearance. I know termination reasons vary. If somebody lost his membership based on non-attendance, you are not capable to pay dues again, and you are removed. Once you have money again, and you pay, you become active member again. You store your name on the club, in the club, no issues. But if somebody is terminated for cause means he has done things that are unethical or unacceptable, and he has been terminated. In fact, stock termination is always announced to all clubs, that they be aware that this person has been terminated and not fit to be a Rotarian again. That is termination for cause. Third cannot be admitted into Rotary Club again. The third category is a Rotarian who is from a club that has been terminated by RI. that club is no longer in existence. If somebody from such a club is to join, there is no reference that he needs from anybody because the club where he was non-formally had been terminated. Those are the three conditions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my DJ. Fellow Rotarians, any other questions, observations, comments before
Please,
we round up?
I want to appreciate Papa Adiro. Good evening, sir. Our octogenarian plus. Thank you, sir. You have never missed Governor Speaks. And I owe you a special gift for that, sir. It's a promise and it's been done, sir. Thank you, sir. Nice to see you here, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Let me note it down, please. Adiro, Okwebi. All right. Let me once again acknowledge all my presidents here, all the assistant governors, all past presidents, all past assistant governors, all deputy district secretaries, all assistant district secretaries, all zonal coordinators, all committee chairmen, and who have I left, my core team members, and all Rotarians. I agree with you that a night like this is better for Governor Speaks. At least the attendance tonight got up to like maybe 100.
Yeah, we got to about 95 at the point.
At the point, I know there's going to be throwing some people in and out. So I want to thank you once again for being here. And I look forward to seeing you all at our different programs, all the ones remaining till the end of the Rotary year. It is not over until it is over. And seeing you give us all the energy to continue doing what we are doing. If you are there alone, looking at us, oh, I want to appreciate my district government nominee, DGN Wale Kukoyi. Thank you very much, our benefactor. Thank you very much for your generosity, your hospitality. Yes,
apology for coming late.
In fact, I didn't expect you again because I know
was
how
busy
very
preparing for the. Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Apologies accepted. I have told Rotarians about your magnanimity. Without you as a person, this medical mission can never be. It can never be. Nobody was ready to host us. So you open the door of your facility, and you have done so much that I don't want to be counting here. I can't start mentioning all what you have done apart from making your facility open. So I can imagine what will happen next week when we take over your premises, how you manage your own patients. I don't even know. But on behalf of all Rotarians, I say thank you very much, sir. And God bless you.
Thank you, my district governor.
Yes,
it's all
sir.
about God's grace, and
Yes,
that
sir.
is why we are Rotarians. We shall continue to do it.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Okay. My PP, my Kefian.
Thank you very much, my DJ. DJND, you joined us in the course of the program. Thank you very much, fellow Rotarians. Like we had said at the beginning, this is a monthly session that the DG has an opportunity to relate directly with Rotarians. We'll be coming again
There's
next.
a question there. Mike,
okay.
There's something on the chat room. Please check. I read something just now.
Oh, I couldn't go to the chat room from this phone.
Okay,
so
it said that some Rotarians are not on Rotarians platform. Now, my PI chair, please.
Yes.
The names of the admin on all those platforms, please. I don't know whether you can put them on the chat room or how do we send them to Rotarians so that they can call them to add them. Valentine Shomoye, my essay, is an admin. I think my secretary is an admin. to the Rotarians platform, who again is admin on that platform. You can reach out to either of them to add you on the platform. Are you with me?
Yes, I've heard you, man.
Yes.
So
The
any
admins.
Rotarian who wants to be part, I know we have, there are 2 major platforms, but I think there are about 3. But the ones that are generally used by the district is D9110 platform. I believe that
1 and 2. There's 1
1
and
and
2.
2. Yes. And if
And
possible,
I think my DS, my essay, they're on both. My DS,
okay.
I start to be corrected.
I will send the DS. I will send you my name because I'm not in the 2, so that
All
I will
right.
see if you are. I will see if you are efficient in that area.
Please don't joke with my DS. I won't take that at all. I won't accept that from you.
I will send you my name. I will use myself. I'm ready to use myself as the guinea pig, so that
No
if any
problem.
other person complains, I will be able to defend you. That yes,
No
I sent
problem.
my name and my name was put
No
there without
problem.
any further ado. Thank
No
you very much,
problem.
my DJ. Thank you very, very much, fellow Rotarians.
Before we go,
Yes, ma'am.
please, let me say appeal to our club president on the platform. Please, your DOWEF clubs that have not paid their DOWEF, it is your obligation. It is compulsory. Please, we need that money. Even that minimum, we still accept it from you. Even if you cannot add to it, 75,000. Thank you very much. And all the other committee chairmen that still have programs planning, I wish you all the best. I want to acknowledge my essay from UK, Aderonke Jones Adewale, the very dutiful welfare committee juggernauts. When you see all those bad day posts, is Ronke Jones Adewale. I don't know how she does it. She doesn't sleep. By 12:01 midnight, she has released the birthday greetings. Thank you very much for what you are doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DG, so that people can go and rest.
Yeah.
We are inviting Rotarians again tomorrow morning to join us at the LCCI. It would be nice for us to have a full representation, because I know that LCCI will also have a full representation, so that we can have a very beautiful engagement with them and also invite them to enjoy Rotary. After all, Rotary is good means that we should all continue to spread the word to as many people as possible. Fellow Rotarians, thank you so much. Someone wants to say something? Thank you very much for another wonderful session. We'll be with you again next month. See you tomorrow. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.